Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Second Chance Overland and my new segment, Beer 30. Beer 30 is going to be all about sitting down and taking a look at all things overlanding. So we're going to go through some of the gear that I've bought over the last couple of years and maybe some things that I like about them, things I don't like about them, the vehicle builds, some of the things going on there, and hopefully even have a chance to sit down with some fellow YouTubers and off-roaders and overlanders and have a little chat. So grab your favorite adult beverage and let's get going. So on today's Beer 30, I want to talk about tire inflation and deflation devices. Now I've got three of the options that I have purchased and used here on the table. I've used them all in various forms, and there are plenty more out there that are simpler, more complex, whatever it may be. But I'm going to show you the three that I have tried and tested and tell you what I like and I don't like about them. We're going to start off here with the ARB. Now this is a pretty common standard type of deflation device, and this is what they call the Easy Deflator. And it's got a nice little swivel head on it, so you don't have to worry about the cord all wrapping up weird or anything. But what you do is you take this end and you screw this onto the valve stem, and then the end piece here will grab a hold of what's called the Schrader valve inside the valve stem. That's the actual valve that opens and closes to let air in and out. So what you will actually do with this is you will unthread the Schrader valve from inside the valve stem, and then when you pull it out, it will allow the air to dump out at a higher rate than just pushing the plunger in on the Schrader valve. And then to check your pressure, you just simply push it back in and you can see where you're at. If you're set, screw that Schrader valve back in, disconnect the Easy Deflator, and you're good to go. So this is great for being able to check tire pressures, although you do have to screw it in, but really, really good and small and compact for deflating your tires. So big pro on this is that it is very compact, stores in a nice little pouch here, so easy to carry along with you. Now the next one I want to talk about is this one. This is from a company called Thors Lightning, and this one I really liked what I saw on this when I first saw it. So let me pull this out here. Got a nice little carrying case. Set that down there. So here's what you get with the Thors Lighting kit. You get a digital gauge with the digital readout. You can plug your air hose into here at the bottom for inflating and simply turn the valve to open and close the flow of air. And then you have two air chucks to connect your hoses. Now one of the nice things about this is you have two hoses, but each hose actually connects to two tires at a time. So with this system, you can actually inflate or deflate all four tires on your vehicle at one time. Really, really cool concept. The way that they clip onto the valve stems is really pretty nice, although I've only used this one a few times and it is quite dirty on the ends. I need to clean those because what you end up doing is just kind of laying this out, and typically you're in dirt or gravel or grass or something, and you're getting all that debris in the air chuck ends. So really a pretty nice system. This unit here seems to be very well built. It's all aluminum with a digital gauge. When I did buy this, one complaint I do have is that it did not come with batteries. So I thought it was all ready to go, complete. I bought it. We went out to hit the trail, went to use it, and there's no batteries in the thing, so digital readout does not work. So that is a downfall of the digital display, as it does require batteries to operate, and they are not included. The other complaint that I have is there's no way to attach this to anything. It would be really nice if there was some sort of a strap with a hook on it to where you can hang this on something and then run your cables out, run your air lines out to the tires and maintain this. I ended up having to try to just find somewhere on the Jeep to set this down, which is fine, but you know, I mean, tire pressure gauges are a precision instrument, and so anytime you drop it, you risk damaging it. So having something where you can securely hook it onto something would be very useful. The other thing with this kit is that I felt like I spent a lot of time going around just setting it up so that I can inflate or deflate. So you have to go around to all four wheels and pull the valve cap off, assuming you are running valve caps, which I would highly recommend because we are in dusty, dirty, rocky environments. So you got to go around the vehicle and undo all four valve caps, and then you have to spread your hoses out, connect it to all four, connect it to your gauge, and then you can actually start working on your inflation or deflation. So I spent a lot of time just prepping to get to the point where I could inflate or deflate my tires. But it is kind of nice to have all four of them. Once it's all set up, you kick on your air compressor and just let it go. And you can walk away and maybe have a beer in the meantime. Now the final inflation deflation tool that I have is this here. This is the Inflate. This one has definitely been around for a minute, and I have seen a number of people online talk about this and really enjoy it. And I will be honest, this is the one that I use the most. This is definitely my go-to, and here's a couple of reasons why. Unlike the Thors Lightning, which does all four tires at once, this is a two-tire system. So I can only do two at a time, but that opens up other possibilities for me. Some of the things that I do really like is the hoses are actually hard connected to the setup, to the system. And so I don't have to then plug into the tires and then plug into the gauge. It's all right there. So I pull this out. It also has a nice little bracket with a strap and a hook on it. So what I normally do is I just hook this on the door handle, and then I run my hoses out to each of the tires on that side of the vehicle. Quick little clamp, so you just stick it on and release the clamp and it holds. And then to inflate and deflate, it's just this collar right here. So in the up position, there's a little hole that you'll see, and that will allow the air to dump out. Simply slide that down and it closes it off to stop the flow of air. So really quite nice on that. It is a analog gauge as opposed to a digital gauge, so you don't have to worry about batteries. You're not going to have to worry about getting out to the trail and your batteries have died because they sat over the winter or anything like that. It's got a cap here on the bottom and just like a regular Schrader valve setup on the bottom. So I can take my hose from my air compressor and just clip it on, let the air compressor run, and to check it, I just disconnect it, see where I'm at, go back to it if I need to. So this has definitely been my go-to. Doing just two tires at a time, it's kind of nice in my opinion, because like I said, I'm able to hang it off of a door handle on one side and then do that side, say the passenger side. So I take the valve caps off the tires on that side, hang this on the door handle, run my lines out to it, start my deflate. While that's doing that, I go around to the other side of the vehicle and pull the caps and get them ready. So I'm kind of doing two things at once, whereas with the Thors Lighting, I have to do the first step first, the second step, the third step. This I can kind of mix, you know, kind of overlap steps on it. So makes it really nice. It is, being just a two-tire system, it is a little bit more compact than the Thors Lightning four-tire system, so that's a bonus as well. It stores a little bit easier. So that's what I have been using. Like I said, the Deflate is the one that I like the most, and I think I will continue to use this one and take this one with me. Now, as far as pricing goes, it's pretty much the way it's laid out is how it's going to be on pricing. The ARB, being the smallest and easiest setup, is going to be your most economical. These are going for about $54 a piece. The Inflate is going to be mid-level at about $170. Now, they do offer a 4-tire system as well. I have not tried it. I haven't even looked into it much, but they do offer it. So if you do want to try to do the 4-tire deal, they do make it. And the Thors Lightning is the most expensive, coming in at $215. And they also make a 2-tire system. So, but the 4-tire system is $215. So, again, out of the three, the Deflate is the one that I like the best. So that's going to do it for this week's Beer 30. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, remember to like and subscribe. Cheers. We'll see you next time.